Hi, this is Leigh, and I'd like to welcome you to Alchemy Intuitive Arts. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about a astrological event that's occurring right now. And it actually already started on March 1st, and I think it ends on March 27th, or maybe the 29th. I'm not sure the exact date, but this is Venus going into retrograde. And this is also going to line up with Mercury retrograde, which starts officially on the 7th of March. It goes through to April 7th. This retrograde's going to be a double whammy season for March. This is March 2025, in case you catch this video sometime else. So let's talk a little bit about Venus retrograde and what is important about this retrograde. Venus, as you know, is the goddess of beauty. She's the goddess of love, and she is the goddess of fertility. Venus also is in charge of our sexuality. When Venus goes retrograde, you can imagine a retrograde is when a planet it's basically an optical illusion where it appears as though the planet is traveling in reverse. Many people believe that this energy affects us. When Venus travels in reverse, you can imagine it's going to have some crazy effects. You know, these are pretty important things: love, beauty, sexuality, fertility. If Venus is going retrograde, this is going to affect things around us. Starting off with our relationships. You can look at these relationships as love relationships, like partnership type of relationships, or they could even be familial relationships or other types of relationships where love is involved. What you can expect is that you may see people returning to you and trying to rekindle these relationships. For example, an ex might come back and want to apologize and restart the relationship. Or you may feel compelled yourself to reach out to somebody to rekindle a relationship. But during retrograde, it's not advised that we either accept somebody back into our life or we try and rekindle with somebody, because it is most likely that this effort will be a wasted effort and you'll just end up back in the same boat you were before. There's a reason why you let go of that relationship. There's a reason why you're not with that person anymore. And so try and prevent yourself from either reaching out to somebody or from accepting somebody back into your life. Venus also rules fertility. So this is probably not the best time for you to attempt to try and get pregnant. With Venus in reverse, it indicates that the energy will not be in support of this type of endeavor. So that's something to consider. Venus also rules sexuality. And so you may find that your sexual preferences are maybe a little bit different, or that your sexuality is off in some way, or perhaps you're not attracting people the way you expect to, your game's off for some reason. This could be due to Venus retrograde. You may have a proclivity to do something that you typically don't do. And I'm not going to say don't do that, but just be aware. The other thing is Venus oversees beauty. And so it's not a good time to go out and get that plastic surgery. Don't get a facelift. Don't get a BBL. Don't get your Botox top off. Don't get any kind of cosmetic surgery. And that could even include little things like getting a haircut, which I definitely need a haircut, but, getting a haircut or getting some kind of procedure at the day spa, those kind of things. Or it could even relate to buying that really super expensive outfit. Or even if it's not expensive, you might buy an outfit you never wear. That's all. It has to do with all of those things. Now, what you can do is cleanse. Get rid of things that don't add to your beauty. Perhaps clothing, clear out your closet, get rid of things in your home that aren't enhancing your home. Do things that can spruce up the areas that need attention within your home. Also, be careful of that overspending during this time as well. And just in general, be careful with contractual things. And this also lines up with Mercury retrograde. Be careful about any kind of relationship contracts, job contracts, that kind of thing. These could be subject to being revisited later on if you sign them during retrograde. Now, with the planets that are going to be ruling over these retrogrades are Aries, which is a really fiery planet. It is a fire sign, and Aries is like the leader, very passionate, very forward movement, the person that we all look to give us a direction. Well, during this time, be aware that things could get a little out of hand in terms of disagreements, in terms of my kitty's knocking me off. Kitty, kitty, kitty. No. Okay. Be careful about any kind of disagreements that could come up. Okay. Because those disagreements could lead to something unexpected and unhappy. Be aware, do not start a new relationship. Whatever you do, don't start a new relationship. This is not a good time to start a new relationship during Venus retrograde. If you do start a new relationship, you may regret it. Even a short-lived one and done kind of thing might have something that you regret about it as well. Overspending also can be a big deal during this time, so watch your pocketbook, watch your spending habits. Now, Mercury retrograde, let's talk a little bit about that. And probably most people already know about Mercury retrograde. If you're like me, you dread it every time it comes around. And the reason I dread it is because I've been bitten more than once in expensive ways with Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde starts on the 15th of March, but it has this week before shadow period. So around the 7th is the shadow period. So things start getting wonky today when this video comes out, which is March 7th. But you may pick up this video later, and the dates are for 2025, just as a reminder. So Mercury retrograde goes from this shadow period of the 7th, then it begins on the 15th, and it goes through April 7th, and then it has its other shadow period, another approximate week that things will still be a little bit wonky. Now, Mercury retrograde is known for contracts. It's known for do not sign a contract during Mercury retrograde. You will regret it. I have learned this myself. I have purchased a vehicle during this time. I've learned about Mercury retrograde a number of times, and that's why I believe it. Do not sign contracts, any kind of contracts. Do not have any surgery, any kind of surgery, unless it's urgent, of course. It's not a good time to schedule a surgery. Also, you may find that your computer goes on the fritz. I mean, it did for me today. I had something happen, and it was like, this is ridiculous. How is this happening right now? I was right in the middle of a phone call, and the computer just went away. My page just went away. So little things like this that are just annoying, you know, you'll drop something and it'll spill all over the floor. These types of annoyances you'll find are plenty during Mercury retrograde. Don't get your car repaired during Mercury retrograde. Not a good time to get car repairs. Don't get yourself repaired. Don't get your car repaired. Let's see what else. Do not buy any expensive item during Mercury retrograde. It is not a good idea to buy anything expensive. You may regret it. The last thing I bought Mercury retrograde was a Kia Sorento that ended up having major engine problems. And I bought that during Mercury retro, and I told myself, oh, it's not going to matter. This is going to be fine. Well, guess what? It wasn't fine. I had to completely pull myself out of that particular situation with a brand new loan and a dead car. Not good. These are a few of the things with Mercury retro. Also, don't get your hair cut. Same thing. Don't do anything that is of importance. And also during this period, you will see people coming back into your life. This situation with retrograde, where people come back into your life, it's kind of nature's way of giving you a test. You know, are you moving on? Are you elevating? Or do you need to revisit this karmic lesson again? So Mercury retrogrades give us an opportunity to learn. If we haven't learned our lesson, we will get another shot at it unless we recognize that this situation is not serving me. Those are a few things. I'm sure there's other things. And if you have anything to add to the conversation, put it in the comments below. Good luck with this double whammy of retrogrades, Venus and Mercury. Be kind to yourself and take care of your spiritual cleansing, your meditation, your calming yourself through meditation, prayer, exercise, whatever it is. Keep yourself, your home cleansed. So say your affirmations and your prayers over the people you love and keep them protected. And with that said, peace, love.